Andrew Zander. He'll be our first student speaker, and then we'll have another one after that. So.
Good afternoon. I'd like to share a personal story. In 2005, I was in the Navy, and I had just transferred to shore duty. And it was during the fall semester that I took my very first course through WSU Online. I'd always known that I wanted to get my degree, but despite being an adult, I still didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. So, like many with undecided majors, I just began taking courses that could apply toward any degree. Even though I didn't really have a sense of direction, I was enjoying a not-so-demanding shore duty. I was taking college courses, and I even became involved in the student government, first as a senator and then as president. Life was good, but life has a tendency to serve up the unexpected. In 2008, well, it was a pivotal year for me. My daughter was born, I stopped going to college, and I got out of the Navy. For many people, having a child would be something to celebrate, but I'm not most people. You see, I've never met my father, and growing up, I never had a positive father figure to emulate. So perhaps more than most new fathers, I had no idea how to be a parent, let alone a good one. So primarily for these reasons, I never saw myself as having children. But things happen, and when my daughter was born, she had to have emergency surgery right away. And then after that, she spent the next 2 weeks of her life in intensive care, mostly under sedation. This put an enormous strain on my wife and I, and something had to give, and unfortunately it was college. I was also due to rotate back to sea duty, but I knew I didn't want to leave my wife alone with all the responsibility of raising our daughter, so I voluntarily separated from the Navy. And even with these good intentions, for the first year of my daughter's life, I was a terrible father. I was distant, uninvolved, and emotionally unsupportive. I was truly lost. But my wife gave me the wake-up call that I needed. She helped me realize that I needed to change in order to avoid becoming my own father. So, with this new sense of direction, I knew I needed to learn how to be a parent. So I've always been an analytical thinker. So I decided to take a scientific perspective on how to do this. So I decided I would study psychology and human development, and I wanted to learn what the experts had to say about education, learning, and development. So I thought I could use this knowledge to improve my parenting skills. So I went back to school, and I got my associate's degree. And then I transferred back to WSU, majoring in psychology. So WSU has not only given me an excellent education, it's given me the opportunity to be a better person, and most importantly, a better father. The father I never had. So, in spite of my being a reluctant father, I am happy to say that my daughter is now 5 years old, and is by far the coolest person I have ever met. My story may be unique in that it's my own story, but it's not unique in the sense that every graduate here has a story of their own. And any one of them could be up here sharing that story with us today. So in closing, I want to ask something from all of you. Don't applaud because I'm up here sharing my story with you. Applaud for the great accomplishment that every graduate has achieved here today and for all the support they have received from the guests that are with us. Thank you. Go Cougs.